Okay, been some talk about different vices out there. This is my vise. It's all cast aluminum, I think it is. I don't think it's not steel because it's too light to be that. It is a Stanley. I believe that what they call it is a multi-angle vise. And what's nice about it is right here, this one here, you attach it to your workbench. It handle quite a bit of workbench here. And it can either be put on this way on the side, or however your workbench is. It'll fit on a straight piece in there. So I'll go ahead and hook it up here next to my Dremel station. And I'm going to move you around with me. So this here attaches to your bench. This one here loosens it up. And what that does, when you loosen this up, loosens this piece up here so that this top can pivot. Gives you your multiple angles. So when you got this down here, and you tighten up that bottom one, and normal it would be sitting much like this. Okay, you don't have to operate it that way. You can spin it this way. You can spin it downward and hold things like this. What I've done is I've used it much like this, and then tighten this up down below it. That one piece down below there that allowed this ball to pivot. And pretend this thing is a little bit longer. And you just close it up like this. And now you can take your tool, add a bit in here, and you can carve on here. It doesn't open up real wide. It's a small vise, it's a hobbyist vise, but it works really good for this. And if that angle isn't quite right for you, loosen up the bottom, move around the other side. And you can do that. Let me move him back into the angle here. Bring your flex shaft around where you need it. And if I had a bit in here, I could sit here and carve on here. Of course, I'm attached to a foot switch. Love those foot switches. So anyways, so we got this a piece of honeysuckle here. Worked pretty good. And I'm just messing with it. I typed in there that it's honeysuckle. I got a big old face. Now what I do is I'm working over here at my workstation. So I'm working away. This thick is perfect length. What I have is over here. Oh, okay, that's gonna move funky. What I have way over there, behind the broom, you can see a little Craftsman shop vac. Works perfect. Reach over. Sucks all that stuff down in there. It just gives me a nice extended reach. So anyway, sir, that's what I do. That's a small vise. This thing over here, I'm going to get back over here to the vise. Extend this thing all the way out. I'll show you how wide it gets. I've had this thing since 2011. It's worked real well for me. I don't use it every day, but it works real well. Okay, now I got him out too far. So the maximum usable is just under 3 inches, call it 2 3/4 inches. You can see that there, coming up to right here. These pads, take the pads out and just work with your metal jaws. It's got an indent right here to where you can hold a piece in there. That puts you out to about 3 inches without the pads. Pads are kind of nicked up on mine. You can get the replacement pads for about $5 or $6 for a pair, I believe it was. Because, see right here, I was carving on something and I got a little too close and it started to dig into the pad. And when it started to hit the vise, it started to throw some sparks, and I said, oops, you went too far. Yeah, and it was over on this side. So anyways, there you go. You just keep it clean, lube it up, hit it with a little bit of WD-40 or whatever spray lubricant you like, whether it's that white lithium stuff, lightly. Otherwise, it'll sit there and gum up and catch a lot of dust. So if you lube it up, and wipe it down, let it dry, and it'll work. Works for a good long time. Like I've said, I've had this for 14 years, and it's worked good. The number on this thing, this is a multi-vise. Here, let me get this out of the way. I can do this without knocking over this board that my workstation sits on. Oops, there we go. I'm going to knock it over. Okay. It's a multi-angle vise made by Stanley. The number on it is 83069. I believe that's the same one that I've included in the link. I'll include that in the link down below. So, anyways, it's a handy multi-angle vise. It's not going to handle automotive parts. It will not handle that. I come from an electronic background and doing what I need for electronics, making up RF cables and working on circuit boards and stuff and such. This works just fine. So, and it works good if you're doing smalls. If you're doing large carvings, you may want something bigger. But something like this is very, very handy. So, anyways, take care. Talk to you guys later. Bye.